Only one thing matters. The truth.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to the Trent the Truth Show. What's up, y'all? Welcome to the Trent the Truth Show. I'm your host, Trent the Truth. Whatever you're doing, wherever you're listening from, thank you for tuning in. Please like and subscribe to our podcast on Spotify and YouTube. It's the Trent the Truth Show. And while you're doing that, give us some love on social media. It's Trent the Truth on Instagram, TikTok, wherever you search. Real quick, today's episode is brought to you by Gold Coast Gang, GCG. Gold Coast Gang, the brand for creators of art, style, and taste. Home of the infamous Louis Vuitton, a brand for the people. Premium goods at practical prices. For more information, follow Gold Coast Gang on Instagram and Facebook. Plus, check out our website at www.goldcoastgang.shop. Again, that's www.goldcoastgang.shop. And just like I tell you guys, if you want to be a guest, you want to sponsor an episode, you got any questions, comments, or anything you want me to address, just email me at trentthetruthshow@gmail.com. Again, that's trentthetruthshow@gmail.com. And if you're feeling good and you want to bless us, our cash app is Trent the Truth 88. Again, that's Trent the Truth 88. Don't forget to put the $ in the front. And you know, for the people out there in TV land, we got the QR code on the screen ready for you to pull your phone out and make the donation from wherever you're watching. But whatever you decide to do with the show, whether it's a question, comment, you want to be a guest sponsor, or make that donation, we truly appreciate any and every interaction with the show. Always good proof of that. We got a great guest with us today. We got Miss Jenny with us. How you doing?
Good evening.
How are you?
I'm doing great.
Yeah.
I'm doing great. I can't complain. Well, like I said, life is life right now for everybody.
Right.
You know what I mean? And just the world is at a tough spot. You know what I mean? Like I've said previously, this is the first time that I felt like, people go through things, ups and downs, some good, some bad, but I feel like we're all feeling it at the same time.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like everybody, like when I talk to my friends, like everybody's going through something. Like there's not a single person that I've spoke to and they just like, life's great. I have no complaints. Everything is well. Everybody's going through something, whether it's financial things, kids growing up, parenting, marriages, like just health. So many people going through so many things right now. So
that is true.
We adulting right now. I feel like this generation is the real adults. For real.
Life putting belt to ass right now.
To ass.
Yeah.
For real.
And we got to try to figure out how to navigate this thing. Ain't no rules to it.
No, there's no rules. You just got to do your best.
Right.
Try to tap into what we know from what we were brought up to be, but then also how to navigate what's going on.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because everything that we were taught as kids don't really stand a chance in today's time. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Some of it does. I still believe in traditions and stuff, but we got to move differently.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
That's true. And like you were saying earlier, some of the things that we could remember from our childhood is so different from today.
Man.
And it changes the landscape of everything that we do with our children.
Yeah.
Like we used to lead a neighborhood.
Yes.
And now, shit, my kids, they just now able to go on the next block.
For real. We came up in simple times.
Right.
You know what I mean? You didn't have to have a whole lot to enjoy life.
Exactly.
To be honest, I really didn't know that I was struggling for a long period of time. I thought like, oh, this is great until I got to a certain age. And then like I would probably say middle school is when I felt, oh, we struggling. Because now, I grew up in the suburbs. I grew up in Downers Grove. So it's predominantly whites.
Of course.
I went to a predominantly white school.
Where you were, Downers North or South?
South. Go Mustangs, by the way. I represent. Don't do that.
Now, I'm gonna say shouts to the Mustangs because I went to Morgan Park
Oh,
and we were the
see,
Mustangs.
so y'all the originals.
Yeah,
We can take it off screen.
We're the
We
originals.
can hash it out
We're
off
the
screen. We ain't
originals.
gotta go. We ain't gotta do all that over here right now.
We the original Stain gang. You know, don't get it twisted.
Don't get it twisted. Well, I have 2 kids that graduated from Morgan Park.
Oh, okay.
So I have 2 kids in college. My son is at NIU.
Okay.
And my daughter was at Clark, but things didn't really work out with being out of state. So she is back at home going to ISU.
Okay.
But they both graduated from Morgan Park. So am I like an honorary? And then I got a third one about to graduate next year
from Morgan Park.
From Morgan Park. So kind of
3 kids.
Yeah.
You get 5,000 signatures.
Okay.
And we'll let you in.
You'll let me in. Okay.
We'll let you
I'm going to work on it because I've been trying. I'm like, can I be there? Like, nah, that ain't the way it works.
I'm trying to tell you.
Because I feel since I'm already a Mustang, kind of transfer. Nah, that ain't okay. Y'all tough in Chicago. Mm-hmm. They tough, y'all. They don't want to let me in.
But you was saying, growing up, you said you didn't realize that until you were
struggling.
Right.
Probably about middle school because when you in elementary.
In Downers Grove, though?
Yeah.
That sounded good living. You growing up in Downers Grove.
No, it's a good living, but once you get to middle school, I feel like, now you at the point where you care about what you wearing.
Right.
What you know what I mean? Like then so middle school for us was 7th grade. So 7th, 8th grade was when I started seeing like, we struggling a little bit because now, you at the age where like you get into boys or boys get into girls. And so now you didn't care. Like as elementary school, as a kid, you wear whatever. You didn't care about how you look, your hair, anything like that. Once you get to middle school, you like, boys like this or girls like that. And so once you looking at yourself and you like, well, I want this. And then your parents like, well, I can't get that for you, but I can get you these.
Right.
And you like, that's not going to go too well.
Ain't nobody wearing them, Pop.
They ain't wearing them, but your parents trying to convince you like, no, these fly. You like, all right. But nah, it's really not. So it wasn't until middle school I realized like, we struggling a little bit. You know what I mean? But one thing I can say, we didn't have a lot of anything.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like my parents struggled for everything that they had, but we were born in Chicago. They moved us against our family will because, our whole family from Chicago. So we Chicago bred and bound. But I think what it was is because I had brothers. Like if it would have probably been just be by myself, not saying they wouldn't have done it, but I think when you have young men and growing up in Chicago, it's a little different. So they just, you see what I'm saying? So because my brothers, I really think they wanted to get out of Chicago. They wanted to give them a chance of not having to
fall into no street shit or
no,
I definitely get that. I got 3 boys.
Mm-hmm.
So I think about a lot of things similar to that, like because it's so easy to get caught up and that's protecting the child.
Absolutely. And my dad was in the streets.
Okay, so he know.
My dad, he unfortunately had to go to do his time.
Okay.
And he already had done that. You know what I mean? So he was like, no, we got to try something different.
I don't want to lead you to that.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's cool. And that's actually what he's supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to correct my mistakes through you.
Absolutely. Yeah, so he wanted to give them a fighting chance, more so with the boys. Because I just think like we already know black men just get them, eat them up. Like the system is set up to get you.
It's either going to be the streets or the church.
That's it. That's it. That's it. That's your choices.
Or you're going to be a singer.
Yeah, singing in the rain.
Right.
Yes, absolutely. So, I mean, I didn't really know, that I was struggling, but we had a lot of love in our family. Even like I tell anybody, like I didn't have a glamorous life growing up as a kid. I was at the Kmart or layaways and you know what I mean? Like whatever the case may be, however my parents had to figure it out. But we always had good birthdays.
Right.
And Christmases.
Like, so hold on. Time out. So you feel like y'all was struggling because y'all have to put stuff in layaway?
But no, I mean, not really struggling because I'm just saying like at times it was tough.
Because it's definitely levels to it.
It's levels to it. Like sometimes you didn't get the layaway.
Right.
Sometimes you put it on there and you be like, and then you're like, Mama, what happened to that? and they couldn't get it off a layaway, and
Definitely.
you was hoping like, man, I was gonna kill them with that outfit on,
Definitely.
but you never got to there. But I mean, they did the best that they could with what they had, but we had a lot of love in our family though.
Facts. That's what was key.
Key.
Like, man, because like I was telling you, there's levels to the struggle. Man, we would have loved to have
Baby.
shit in layaway.
You got to get it out of layaway though. That's the thing. You can put it on there. You can put whatever you want, baby. I'm talking about throwing it in the cart. Baby, you used to be throwing them stuff in the cart. She be like, put whatever you want in there, baby. Women gonna get it. Okay, whatever. That's another whole nother discussion. Because you gotta pay on it, right? That's how it works. You gotta pay. You gotta keep up with the payments. They don't let you take it. Did they let you take it? I'm trying to remember.
Nah, you had to pay.
You gotta pay it off, right? Exactly. So I'm saying a lot of that stuff we didn't get, but we wished it. It was nice. We lived in the moment.
I would have loved.
We got to go to the store and dream about what that meant. Like throwing it in the cart. That was exciting. Now, maybe we didn't get what we wanted off a layaway, but we got to be in a moment. That made us happy as kids. You know what I mean? And so
it's character building. Like, man, we used to get like $100 a piece. And we used to go to the thrift store and put it together. Yeah. And you kind of learn how to dress a little bit. You learn how to budget at the same time. Yeah. You learn like, look, now
we got to make this work.
Since it won't be the clothes, it got to be me. You know what they say, man don't make the clothes.
The man,
right? The clothes don't make the man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Don't wear the clothes. Don't let the clothes wear you. You wear the clothes. Exactly, something like that.
Exactly. So
yeah.
So it's levels to the.
It's definitely levels. I remember being in high school and. It's probably bad, but I didn't say anything to my parents because I never wanted them to feel a way about it. But I remember we used to go to this food pantry.
Okay.
And at this time, I'm in high school, and the food pantry that we used to go to was right across the street from the high school.
Oh wow!
And so I remember being like so embarrassed.
Okay.
Because my fear was like, I remember like it was when like especially in the summer because like. The cheerleading squad would be out there practicing on the field. The football squad would be out there. The band is out there. And we going to the food pantry. And I remember just being like, I don't want to go. Can I like trying to fake situations where I didn't have to go? And my dad like, come on, we're going to this. And it's moments like that was like, dang, and I know they were just doing the best that they could. But as a kid, I'm going to, first I'm a black girl. My brothers are black boys going to school with Caucasian kids that they don't even know nothing about this. They driving to school in Hummers and Mercedes and whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? They don't understand that struggle. But I remember being super embarrassed to like every time we had to go being like almost in tears because I didn't want to go because I was afraid somebody was going to see me or whatever the case may be. So again, now I understand like as an adult, like they were just, and again, my parents just did the best that they could with what they had. And I applaud them because coming from Chicago, moving all the way out to the suburbs with, 3 kids, 2 boys, 1 girl at the time, trying to raise them. They did their big one. And I will always congratulate them. You know what I mean? We never got in trouble. You know what I mean? We all did what we were supposed to do. And we had our hiccups here or there, you know what I'm saying? But they did the best and tried to give us a better opportunity. Right. So I'll always appreciate that for them. Like at the time, I was just like upset because I'm like, well, why can't we have that? Or why can't we do that? Until I became a mom myself. And it's like, oh, this ain't all what it's chopped up to be.
Exactly.
It's not easy. You know what I mean? And it's even harder now because of inflation and everything that we have going on in technology is worse now. You know what I mean?
So let's go back to when you was talking about in middle school when you realized y'all was struggling. What did that do for you internally? Like, how did that shape you? And did you tell yourself something like, when I become an adult, then stuff will be different, or like, did that make you start to dream? Or
absolutely. My mom and dad, my mom finished high school.
Okay.
My dad did not finish high school. That was during the times when you went off to the army, serve. You know what I mean? As a black man, that's what you did. It was either gonna be the streets or the service. So my dad went off to the service. So he didn't really have an education like that. My mom graduated high school. She went to nursing school for a little bit or what have you. But seeing my parents struggle, it made me realize that I needed to work really hard for whatever I had because I knew it was possible because I was seeing other kids.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I would go to some of my other ethnicity friend houses, whether they were white, whether they were Asian or whatever, and be like, "Oh, this how y'all living," and it made me hungry for it. And it wasn't no slight against my parents.
Right.
They were providing us at least to be accessible to it.
Right.
They couldn't give it to us, but they wanted us to be
I'm gonna let
around,
you see
see it.
Exactly.
We was around it. We
Yeah.
going to school with kids that have these things and whatnot, and so it's like they wanted us to go to the best of school. You know what I mean? Those schools out there were phenomenal. They were giving us the greatest education that we can get. So it's like, I'm putting you in position now. What you gonna do with it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So early on, I was like, okay, I'm trying to gravitate. So I would ask questions or I would, just inquire about certain things because I'm like, I want that.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever it takes to get there, I want that. And so I worked really hard. I was a good student. My brothers couldn't stand me as a kid. I was a kid running home with my report card, like, I got my report card. They like, man, like a day or two, like, because mine ain't the greatest. They used to be so mad at me when report card time came out. I'm like, I got it. I got my good grades, but I, very studious. And, I just wanted to make my parents proud because they did sacrifice a lot for me and my brothers to put us in a better position. And so I felt it was my obligation, you know what I'm saying, to do right by them, to do something with my life. You know what I mean? And I did, I graduated and, I went off to school and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm grateful for my parents for the opportunity that they provided us. It molded us and then it also shaped us how to deal with different people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Growing up where you're the minority, sort of say it, I know how to navigate with different people, from different backgrounds. And it doesn't intimidate me. I can walk into a room and not be in fear of because we don't come from the same place. We can't have a conversation, because we the same. It might be a little different. The road might be a little different, but really we all have the same common goal.
We all go to the same place.
We all want the same things. Love, happiness, success.
Respect.
And that. You know what I mean?
Respect.
Definitely respect.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We may have to go about it differently, but we all want the same thing. And you can learn a lot from different people.
That's true.
You know what I mean? And I learned a lot from them, and I felt like they learned a lot from me as a Black woman.
That is true. And that's important, though, to be in those character building situations to shape who you are going to become as a man or a woman.
Absolutely.
To have these stories, to be tried, to be tested. In ways that you can't run from. Yeah. Yeah. So those days are probably gone, but it's going to take parents from what we can now say from the old school. So we could say that now.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's going to take us to, keep that going in order for the kids today, or at least our children, to have that, foundation. And that's good that your parents did that. I can't put you in everything. I'm gonna put you near it.
That's it. I can't give it to you, but I can set you up. And then hopefully you take on to something that'll catapult you to where you need to be.
Right.
So I appreciate them for that.
That's pretty good.
Thank you.
What kind of work you do?
So telecom.
Okay.
So I kind of stumbled into that. I knew somebody and I was on my road to, thinking about being in the medical field.
Okay.
And that wasn't really working out for me at the time. I had got my medical assistant license, and when that did the whole boom thing, and I couldn't find a job, but I had 3 small kids, and a neighbor at the time was like, "Hey, well, my job is hiring," and I'm like, "I don't know nothing about that." Like, and she like, "But I can get you in there," and I'm like, all right, fine, because I just need to be working at this point. And so I took a gamble on it. She did get me in there, and then I ended up that's been my home ever since.
That's
you know
good.
what I mean? So I've been doing that for a while and trying to figure out what I want to do next, to be honest with you. That's a greedy world, and it takes no prisoner. I mean, it takes all prisoners. Like it's a very, because the Comcast and the different telecom companies, they balance each other. And one time you're up, one time you're down.
Right.
You know what I mean? And so it's very, it's competitive.
Oh, no, I can agree.
It's definitely competitive. And I actually just got laid off after 12 years of being in the industry. Was laid off this past November.
Okay.
And so now I'm trying to figure out where do I go from here. And I've tried to enter back into it, but it's a sticky place to be. I'm not sure if I trust it because at 41, I can't be playing with my livelihood like that.
That's true.
You know what I mean? And now with the advance of technology and stuff, like it's really competitive. You know what I mean? And they getting rid of people left and right. You know what I mean?
That's true.
A lot of things are going to this whole AI, and a lot of the companies are going overseas. You know what I mean? And where they can acquire people to do the same work that
for less,
for
not even half, less than half,
because they can live like that over here,
exactly,
over there. You know what I mean? And so, trying to figure out whether I pivot from here has been trying. I'm 41. I entered telecom at what 25. I think I started working in telecom, so that's all I've been doing. You know what I mean? So at 41, I'm trying to figure out what are next steps for me, and it hasn't been the easiest figuring that out. And the market right now is terrible. Let me just tell y'all: if you have a job, appreciate it.
Right.
Don't take it for granted because it's tough out here.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's really, really been tough. I thought, oh, with my experience, no problem. I'm gonna get a job. No, honey. It's been tough, but I have my faith in God that He's gonna find something. But I'm just trying to figure it out at this point.
No, I get that. And shouts to you for just surviving through it all, for real. Because
yeah,
that shit is heavy.
Yeah, it's a tough time. I feel like maybe God put me in position to do some other things with my life.
That's where I was headed.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly where I was headed.
Mm-hmm.
You was talking about you having different goals and dreams. What do you dream about? Is this something that you can maybe turn into some kind of business in some kind of way?
Yeah. So I've been trying to, so if anybody know me, my friends know I love wine. Like that's my thing.
I saw that.
I first got introduced to wine about, I don't know, maybe 7-8 years ago.
Okay.
And I thought people that drank wine was disgusting. Like, who drinks that? But I kind of got into it, and then I just started learning about like where they come from, the origin of it, pairings, like it's so many things that go with it, and it just intrigued me, the whole experience of it. And so because of that, I travel places and I drink wine all the time. Like I wanna just visit and go drink wines from all over the world and know how it got started, and the people that's there. There's so much rich history that comes with wine. It's not just the experience of just getting a buzz, like it's something to it.
Yeah.
So I've thought about how I can turn that into a business. I have some ideas. I'm working on it. I'm vetting it out. I'm putting it to work. And I'm just asking God for his divine presence and vision to kind of direct me into how that can be. Because I feel like when God closes one door, he's going to open another.
Yeah.
And the reason why I feel like I haven't been successful in finding another job in telecom is because maybe that's not God where he wants me to be right now.
Maybe something
I got what I was supposed to get from that. And now it's time for me to move on to some bigger and better things.
I'll agree with that. Yeah. Sometimes things run their course.
Yeah.
Jobs, relationships, everything. It runs its course. And in that place, that job, it's time for you to move on.
Yeah.
Time for you to tap into what you have, something that you can call your own.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So sound like you kind of got like a little sommelier thing going.
Okay, I see you. You've been
know,
out here dabbling a little bit. He's been out here acting like
I'm Trent the Truth.
he
don't sleep on me.
He's throwing out the verbiage. I see you.
Don't sleep on me. Yeah, no. So it sounds like that's exactly
absolutely, and no better time than right now. Like you doing your thing right here. This would have never been a thing. What a podcast! Like it's such a time where you can start your own thing.
Exactly.
And so many people, like the platforms of social media, you really can take off. You know what I mean? And create your own lane.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because as long as you're working for a company, you got to beat to their drum. You got to do what they want to do at their time and on their dollar. You know what I mean? And so I would love for our people to be able to own something for ourselves.
But you also got to have what my uncle called stick-to-itiveness.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's that?
We quit stuff too early.
Mm.
We don't
Okay.
see things through.
Okay.
You know,
Mhm.
you just gotta stick with it.
Mhm.
Keep going.
Yeah.
Like I tell people all the time, you know, because I got my podcast, people come to me like, oh, you know, I've been thinking about starting one, and
Mhm.
you know, how do you do this? How do you do that? And I tell them just go ahead and just start it.
Mm.
There's no such thing as bad content.
Mm.
Somebody's gonna watch it.
Okay.
Well, it's not gonna be your friends.
Okay.
It's not gonna be your friends.
Right.
Maybe that core, you know what I'm saying,
Mhm.
that core group,
Yeah.
of course, you know, they're
Yeah.
gonna pay attention to it, they're gonna watch, love, like, share, stuff like that.
Yeah.
But somebody,
Mhm.
and you never know who's gonna watch it. So I
Mhm.
tell people there's no such thing as bad content.
Okay.
Don't get too caught up in the views.
Okay.
Because you know you make a reel and 240 people watched it compared to social media.
Yeah.
That's low.
Yeah.
But you put 240 people in the room. You have a party. You tell people, "Hey, I'm
Hey.
having a card party at my house." Slide, and
It's lit.
240 people show up.
It's lit.
The cops getting called.
Yes.
You know,
Absolutely.
so
Absolutely.
just learn to think about it that way.
Okay.
Stick to it. Stay with it.
That's good advice.
Yeah, and then worst case scenario, if nothing ever happens with anything I'm doing with this podcast, my kids,
Mhm.
I'm here forever. My voice is here forever.
Yeah.
My kids got hella content to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is 49 episodes.
Congrats.
Yeah, thank you.
Big thing. And you don't know if
Yes,
you don't try.
exactly.
You know what I mean? A lot of people sit on ideas and just don't have the courage to make it
That's
happen.
all it is.
You know what I mean? But
Just
congrats to
start.
you for putting yourself out there like that.
Just start.
Yeah.
And man, I made changes along the way. I got
Mhm.
solo episodes, but it's tough to do those.
Mhm.
A solo episode, that's damn near just like a little lecture. You just sit up there,
Yeah.
you putting people to sleep, you know. So now I'll be having guests. I changed the layout and stuff like that. So you know, like you was asking me earlier,
Mhm.
you know, where do I want to take it? I want to take this now
Mhm.
as far
Mhm.
as it can go. Like I said, I
Absolutely.
watch podcasts, I study
Mhm.
podcasts,
Yeah.
and the only difference between my content and theirs is they're always interviewing or talking to people that the world knows. And I
Mm.
feel like the people that I talk to are some of the people that the world should also know. I come in
Absolutely.
contact with great people. I've had great people on the show, um, people that, you know, are humble,
Mhm.
quiet,
Yeah.
millionaires.
Mhm.
I've had some episodes, I'm not going to tell you which ones. I've had some episodes where, you know, people, they living great.
Yeah. Yeah.
Who still find time because of relationship
Mhm.
to come sit down and talk with me.
Mhm.
You know, tell me things, let me know how they living, and not in no flashy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
all of
Yeah.
it is humbling.
Mhm.
I love it all. I respect the whole grind.
Yeah.
I respect the whole grind. I was having a conversation with a friend, and we were talking about another podcast, Joe Budden podcast.
I watch that sometimes.
They was talking about rappers, and they
Mm.
was saying, how long are you gonna perform knowing nobody's gonna be in the crowd?
Mm.
2, 3 people, you know,
Yeah.
are they gonna get the same show? Or
Yeah.
how long are you gonna keep doing it?
Mhm.
You know, they say the average podcast dies after about 3 months.
Really?
Yeah, and I'm at 14 months right now.
Wow.
Yeah, so just keeping that consistency.
Yeah.
So whatever you're doing, as soon as you start it, just start it.
Yeah.
Somebody's gonna watch it.
Mhm.
Somebody's gonna like it. Don't
Mhm.
look for your network,
Yeah. No, don't matter.
because what happens with them, and this is some, not everybody,
Mhm.
but what happens is they get shown a mirror.
Mm.
So you know,
Yeah.
now all of who he think he is and shit like that. Who she thinks she
She
is,
is.
exactly.
Yep.
Those
Yep.
those start to come up.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
but they get shown
Mhm.
that, look, maybe I ain't doing nothing. Maybe I ain't doing
Oh
enough,
yeah,
or
man.
you
I'm not
know,
doing enough of my life to make it, but
exactly.
it should be motivation.
It should be, but
You
you
know.
know, it's
But
unfortunately people don't work like that. Well, not
yeah.
everybody.
Yeah.
So you know, you got to find your group
Yeah.
and just
Show no
rock out
love,
with them.
people. There's no room for hating. There's enough room at the table for everybody to eat.
Exactly.
That's my whole motto in life. There's no need to hate on the next person because we all can have it. It's not just privy to you or privy to me. It just means that you wanted it more. Because when you want it more, you go get it. You figure it out. So don't be mad because I saw a Puff Daddy quote interview with him, and he was talking about his rise to fame and stuff like that. And he was, he started like being a little male errand boy or whatever at the record label or what have you. And he was watching Andre Harrell and them with they fan. He like, man, like, why can't I have that? And he said someone told him, and it stuck with him. He said, we all have the same 24 hours in a day. And I said, dang, that's tough. Because you don't get 26 hours and I get 20. We all get, unless you check out. But unless you don't check out, we all get 24 hours. It's what you making of that 24 hours. So if you woke up at 5 a.m. to better your future and I slept until noon or 1, I can't be mad at you. You up getting it. Early bird catch the worm.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And so when he said that, I said, dang, I never thought about it. Like, we all have the same 24 hours. So what you gonna do with the time that you have?
Exactly.
You know?
No, that's key. But see, that's the separation factor. Mm-hmm. Because everybody don't use their time the same.
Yep.
So
absolutely.
That's really where it's at.
Yep.
So
let's get to it.
Let's get to it.
Let's get to it.
So when we were talking a couple weeks ago, when we were, trying to put together times for you to come on the show, you mentioned you wanted to really talk about the state of the world and relationships and dating, things like that. What's on your mind?
Woo, yes. It's tough out here. I'm not gonna come on here and just make it a woman thing because I know men are having their own triumphs in the dating field as well. I think that as a whole, as a collective, we hurt people. We battered, bruised, we're tired, and we're not working as a collective anymore. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? I think that we've lost sense of, we're in a time right now where we have exposure to so many things.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, growing up, you only knew what you saw in front of you in your neighborhood, right? And so now we're in a world where you can just open your phone and you can see all these different visions and images of a lot of different things. And so our mind is is always on go time.
Overstimulated.
Yeah. Like, we're seeing too much. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I think that we've lost sight of tradition. I think that we've lost sight of what a man is, what a woman is, and what we both bring to the table. You know what I mean? We're fighting each other when we really need each other.
Right.
Men, listen, we need y'all. I'll be the first woman to say that. But y'all need us too.
Of course.
And God designed us with different attributes, right? But when you put it together, it makes something beautiful.
That's true.
You know what I mean? It's things that we lack that y'all have, vice versa. And when you put it together, that makes a home, that makes a family. You know what I mean? Everybody bringing what they need to the table. And I think that if we get back to understanding and valuing what we bring, like just our gifts that God gave to us, take away money, take away just like what you bring as a man, what I bring as a woman, and get back to the basics and then build from there, I think we'll be better. But we're just at this state of like fighting each other and not working together. It's almost like a battlefield. It's just crazy work.
Do you think that's done on purpose?
So, I mean, if you really want to take it back, I mean, if you want to get into the whole breaking up a Black family thing, like, it's certain things that have been put in place to tear apart the Black family.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so if I think back to like seeing my great grandmother, my grandmother, like being a single mama wasn't even a thing. Like I'm not going to say
it
that
existed.
Granddaddy may not have been doing his 1-2. You know what I'm saying?
It existed.
But he was going to come home. He's going to take care of his family. He wasn't uprooting his whole life and just moving on. Like, no, this is it.
Right.
This is to the end.
Right.
And so now I think because I think we just need to come together better as a community, as Black people. You know what I mean? Because they want to tear us apart.
Mm-hmm.
As long as they keep the Black man and the Black woman separate, as long as there's division, then we can never come up as a people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But you know what though? Of course that's the root, and of course that's the main issue. That's the main culprit.
Right.
We getting pit against each other.
Mm-hmm.
But somewhere along the lines, we bought
into it.
We bought into it.
Mm-hmm.
We believed the
Mm-hmm.
lies.
Mm-hmm.
We believed what they was telling us about women. Women believed what they were telling us about men.
Mm-hmm.
And it started to leak out in every part of our lives.
Mm-hmm.
So then when it got to entertainment, it was really over with.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you think about like the influence that it had with the music.
Yep. Yeah.
I got a wide range of songs on my Spotify playlist, so it'll go from Marvin Gaye and Tammy Terrell to something new, something current.
Yeah.
And but when you listen to the lyrics of songs in the 70s, 80s, what they call dusties,
yes,
it was nothing but love.
Yes, absolutely. Because we need to get back to that. I always say if you listen to the music right now, everything is about, I don't know, it's like disrespect to women and disrespect to men, and I don't need no man, and forget them chicks over there. I can go get me a battered chick. Like,
that's how it was growing up.
like, okay, I mean, that's true, but then where that's gonna end you up at?
That's true.
You know what I mean? Like, that's cute until you 55.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it's cute until you're 65 and someone, you need companionship and you need someone to help you or care for you, or you're going through health scare. So it's cute when you're young, but we have to think about long term.
Exactly.
We're not going to stay young forever. You know what I mean? I hope and pray that I can stay young and youthful and my health is good as long as possible. But the end game is to get a man and woman together, have children, to create another generation of that and to keep going for that. Right. And so now you have broken homes. So mom and dad split, mom over here, daddy over here. She go get somebody else. He come in, then y'all gonna have another kid or maybe not, and he raising your child. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's broken.
Yeah, that's
you
true.
know what I mean? It's just broken all over the place. But I mean, yeah, I feel like it started with the music for sure. You know what I mean?
Even in our time, we was like, young adults, teenagers. It started with the no scrubs, no pigeons.
not the pigeons.
Yeah, no pigeons. That was our clapback. Y'all wouldn't just go jump on
that
us.
was a bop. That was a bop.
Yeah.
It was a bop. When I would say about the music, like, or I'm gonna say something, and it's gonna be in general, and it goes from music, it goes to social media. So I do a lot of just looking, and I don't judge. I like to do my research, and I like to dig in. And before I speak on something, I like to know. But I've never seen so much disrespect as I feel like it comes towards the Black woman. Now,
oh yeah, no, Malcolm X talked about that.
I can see a Caucasian woman, an Asian woman put up a video of them doing a similar thing to a Black woman doing it. And if I go into the comments, it's going to be night and day.
That's true. And that's the shit I don't like.
Because, come on,
it
Black
burns
Kings,
me
like,
up. I swear to God, it burns me up.
Like, support us. Now, I'm not saying support foolishness, but if you don't like it, it's a way you go about it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, if you're not cool with it, that's okay. Because I agree. Like, sisters, tighten up. Because some of these things, like, everything ain't for every situation. Or I feel like we put ourselves out here a little too much. I'm not judging nobody about what they do, but I do feel like we got to reel it in just a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, everything isn't meant for outside. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like there is a way that we can go about addressing the issue without, putting down Black women. You know what I mean? Especially when other people are doing it, but we the only ones that's getting the ridicule for it. You know what I'm saying? And so, especially from our own Black men, of all people, Like they be in the comments going ham.
They don't be liking what when the black women be twerking and shit. They don't be
Any
liking
like
that.
twerking or just doing what black women do, or saying certain things or behaving a certain way. We just get judged very harshly for it.
But you know what though? I think them be bots.
You think so?
Those be bots, and they be sent to shape our opinions and beliefs.
Mm.
Because those are the comments that you're gonna always see.
Mm. Okay. Okay.
Like a lot of times when I start doing dives into
Mm-hmm.
comment sections and stuff like that,
Mm-hmm.
the initial comments,
Mm-hmm.
the ones that you're gonna see that make you want to stop and scroll. Like, hold on, let me read these.
Right. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think those be the bots.
Mm-hmm.
Those be the ones that you just supposed to see.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you break them down, you
Mm-hmm.
start reading all the comments, and you
Mm-hmm.
kind of start to see like
Mm-hmm.
you get a different
Mm-hmm.
you get a different mindset, a different opinion,
Mm-hmm.
something similar to maybe what's yours
Yeah.
versus something that they want you to buy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
You don't know. Okay, I'm gonna throw something else at you. Maybe it's not about like something that's like twerking or doing something inappropriate. Maybe just when I see sometimes comments about um women wanting what they want from their men, and then provision, protection, and we talking about we want a man to take care of us and provide, take care of the family, this and that. Those comments too, I go in the section and I'm like, this is wild. What you bringing to the table? What you doing for me? Like, I'm like, what's going on? So I'm gonna just maybe throw it to you and just say, like, what do you feel? How do you feel about what do you think? I'm gonna just frame it this way. What do you think the job is of a man and the job is of a woman in bringing union, and like what should that dynamic be like?
Oh man, that's a good question. So sometimes I feel like sometimes I have too much awareness to
Mhm.
where I be careful with how I operate. So
Mhm.
I never really tried to think about
Mhm.
and have a real solid place
Mhm.
for a woman.
Okay.
Yeah. So what I think she should do is just, I guess, be in support of the man some kind of
Okay.
way.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
However, but I don't
Mhm.
got like no. She
Mhm.
gotta be
Mhm.
this. She need to be able to cook, like,
Mhm. Mhm.
because the world has changed.
Mhm.
Yeah. So, what I can speak on, you
Mhm.
said, how is a man supposed to?
Like at this day and age, like I know we're in different times. It is not our grandparents' time, right? And I get like even in this economy, in the state of the world, unless you are an athlete, musician, I don't know, something crazy where you have this crazy amount of money, right? Which isn't the everyday person, right? I understand that in most cases you need a two working household
Yes.
and to make it today. Before you could have one and be cool. You may not have everything, but everybody good. Now you need two households. So with that being said, how do you feel the dynamic should be, or because um women are, I guess, taking on more, and I feel like there may be like a power struggle a little bit, and men feeling like, what I'm saying? Like, so I'm just trying to figure out
Talking
like,
about power
but
struggle.
it might be a little, you know what I'm saying?
No,
So
no.
so that everybody's getting what they need.
Right.
So it's fair.
Right.
Like, what do you think? Like, how should we be? Like, what we doing?
What's the man's role in this?
Yeah, like what we doing?
I feel like the man's role
Mm-hmm.
in any long term relationship or
Mm-hmm.
marriage is the core things:
Mm-hmm.
the protector, the provider,
Mm-hmm.
um, the nurturer, things
Mm-hmm.
like that.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not everything.
Right.
That's not everything that he's limited to.
Mm-hmm.
That's not everything that he's supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
Um, at the height of any and everything, he is okay just existing. That's my
Mm.
opinion.
He is okay just existing.
Just existing.
That's tough. You think
Because
that
so listen to what I said when you asked me what's the man's job and what's the women's job. What I tell you about the women?
that we need to be there to wait?
I said I don't even try to put
Put
into
anything on that.
exactly.
Okay, got you.
Exactly.
Got you.
So, and I feel like when we do that, we put the things that we want to see in a person before the person.
Mm.
And that be the killer in relationships, which is why a lot of people they don't end up in the relationship that they want because they have a sculpture in mind.
Mm-hmm.
And then when they meet a real person, they try to
Mm-hmm.
make the person match the sculpture. And it's like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, no, what they say, what I paid for, what I got,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
and that's done a little too much.
Okay.
So when you have like a big list of expectations and
Mm-hmm.
things, um, a lot of people they describe a computer.
Mm.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yeah.
I want you to remember everything. I want you to be perfect. I want you to do this the right way.
We
I want you to,
unrealistic.
in a way,
Okay.
we removed humility completely
Mm-hmm.
to where this man, and this is a known fact. This is said all the time. It's always said in jokes because I guess that's a way to soften the blow.
Mm-hmm.
But a man is only as good as what he can provide.
Mm.
This is what we're told, which is why I said he is
Mm.
okay just existing. Now, what a woman will do in a situation like that with a man, she will only follow him if he has a plan. If he got somewhere that he sees himself,
Mm-hmm.
not not what he want to do for her.
Mm-hmm.
He has to have something where he see himself,
Right.
and he gotta want her with him,
Mm-hmm.
or she gotta want to be with him.
Right.
Like, okay, look, I like what you got going on.
Right. Right.
Let
Yeah.
me sit in this
Let me.
passenger seat. I
Mm-hmm.
got the gas. You drive, I
Mm-hmm.
got gas.
Yeah.
Um, so I feel like in a long term relationship, the woman will follow that guy
Mm-hmm.
if he got a plan.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes we mislead ourselves. Sometimes we strike out. Sometimes we be wrong, and
Mm-hmm.
that happens.
Yeah. Yeah.
But and when that man with that plan, he understands. I ain't even trying to rhyme, but
I see you.
in that
Bars.
in that situation, he understands that. Look, okay, I'm finna take on a lot right now.
Mm-hmm.
So in his best figuring,
Mm-hmm.
he feels like once he decides he want to get long term, he already got the core things down pat, so he know how to at least take care of himself.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can't take care of nobody else until you know
Right.
you can take care of yourself,
Absolutely. Yeah.
and he know how to treat himself.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so once you get those things down, then
Mm-hmm.
I guess you can start to put it together and have plans for a woman.
Mm-hmm.
And once she sees that,
Mm-hmm.
then she'll have no other choice than to follow.
Yeah.
They call it submit, shit like that. But
That's a
it's a
tricky.
mind game.
That's a tricky word. You say submit,
It's a mind game
it
though.
it
Be,
gets sticky.
because I feel like women are in charge.
Okay.
So the women, I don't even know if they submit. You know what I'm saying? It's
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
you being decent.
Mm-hmm.
They gonna be decent to you, and you'll be the one
Mm-hmm.
to act however they want you to act.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, women run it.
Y'all heard it
Women run it.
here
I
first.
feel like the black woman is God.
I know that's
We
right.
come from that. Like, you know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I witnessed that in person. Like, I just delivered my last baby
Congrats.
with these hands, but seeing that just seeing her pop out of just like
That's wild.
what life really comes from.
Yeah.
The black woman is God. She can have any kind of baby.
Mm-hmm.
No other black baby can come from no other race.
Yeah.
But she can have any other
Talk
races.
your talk.
Yeah, so
That part.
I operate with that, knowing that already. So
Mm-hmm.
I give women that.
Mm-hmm.
So everything that we do
Mm-hmm.
as men is just geared around women.
Yeah.
The way we look, how we gonna take care of ourselves,
Yeah.
how we gonna dress, how we gonna
Absolutely.
smell.
Mm-hmm.
We ain't doing that to impress no other guys. So
Y'all flocking
we
them feathers.
facts.
What do you feel like um women want to submit because that's our natural being. We just are misguided. Like, do you feel like we want to get back to more of a traditional sense? We're trying to find our way. We just don't know how to. Like, I hear a lot of like, women challenging men, and y'all won't let a man be a man, and those type of things. And I hear that. And when I hear that, I feel like as a woman, it's built in us till we are mirrors of men. Like I always say, God created woman in the image of a man, not vice versa. Right.
Right.
So he created a man, and then he said, the Bible says, man, he didn't want to leave man alone, or man couldn't be alone. Y'all not to be left alone. So you need a partner.
Right.
So here we go, right? And we were a helpmate, and we were created. That's what the Bible said. I'm just speaking what the man said.
Facts.
And here comes woman. So we want to. And submission isn't like a doormat. That doesn't mean, oh, I'm trying to walk over you. I'm trying to take advantage of you. Like some people take advantage of power, but submission doesn't mean I just let you do whatever you want to do.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's more so understanding how to
give me a hard time.
Give you a hard time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you going out there and getting it, you know what I'm saying, and you come home, I'm gonna meet you with grace, a smile, peace, love, pour into you, because I know you going out there and you fended for your family. And so the last thing you want to do is come home and I'm about all the different things. You know what I'm saying? It's a time and place. And I may have submission or just being feminine is understanding that this is not the time for that.
Right.
Maybe we need to table this and talk about it at another time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It doesn't mean that I'm a doormat because I don't want to. It's just like he don't need that right now. So it's also about placement. So do you feel like when the whole topic of like women combative or whatever, do you feel like we can get back to that? Or what do you feel like? Do you really feel like we just can't listen to y'all? We want to be combative with y'all? Like, maybe not in you, but maybe you hear from your counterparts or your other male friends that may have these same type of gripes.
Yeah, no. And this is what's so crazy. This is gonna shock you.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all are something.
We something.
Yeah, a tripping back.
Okay.
They don't be lying.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all asses is a lot to deal with, and it's a crazy cycle.
Mm.
And I'm seeing the cycle because I'm now in it. I have daughters.
Absolutely.
So now I'm creating a standard of treatment.
Okay.
That, of course, they gonna go for candy. They gonna like the flashy. They gonna like some guys that I'm not gonna like. That's gonna happen. But when they start to really look for what they want in a life for themselves and the man that they want to be with, I'm setting the standard of treatment. So, and it's a high bar.
It should be high.
It's a high bar.
Yeah.
So coming into it as a young man, you meeting a young woman whose father then set the standard, and we like, oh man, she tripping, you know. And then we become fathers of young women, and we see what it has to look like. So I feel like we create that. We can get back to that, but y'all are a lot to deal with because of that cycle. And I don't know if it ever changes unless you run into the dad that decides he's going to keep his daughters fair.
Okay.
Women have tantrums. They get in their attitudes. They more emotional. So when they get in their feelings, they're gonna go off of that. You know, they lose the logic.
Yeah.
So y'all gonna go in tangents off of that. Like the argument could stem, you know, to a point where we can get away from the root of why we arguing. Because we went off into
all these other things.
So, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So yeah, we can get back to that. I feel like the man just still has to, you gotta know how to control your lady.
Let's get to that.
You gotta know how to control your lady.
Yeah.
And this is something terrible, but I have to say it. When I talk to my partners about this, I tell them not in a, and I break it down like this too,
Mm-hmm.
not in a real physical way, but in a
Mm-hmm.
figurative way.
Mm-hmm.
Treat your lady like a pet.
Okay. Talk to explain where we going. Where we going? Where we going?
You gotta walk your dog. You gotta feed that motherfucker. You gotta take care of it, or else
Right.
the things that the dog does is your consequence and your responsibility.
Okay. Okay.
Or just you can flip it to grass. You know what they say, you got to water your grass.
Okay. I think I like the
Yeah,
grass aspect
yeah.
better.
But
No, I'm just messing with
but
you. But no,
the grass ain't as much as responsibility as having a
that's
pet.
that's true.
You know,
That's true.
that's what I'm saying. You got to walk your
Yeah, you
dog.
do. You gotta, teach it
You have to take
things.
exactly. You got to take care
Yeah,
of this. You got
yeah,
the house trainer. You got to raise it,
yeah, yeah.
and the battle becomes when the man meets the woman who's been raised by her father or whatever male,
Mm-hmm.
and that's the plus if she's been raised by a
Right.
male. A
Mm-hmm.
lot of times they don't be.
Mm-hmm.
So they got this super feminine,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
Mm-hmm.
they come in headstrong already.
Yeah.
So having a dad that keeps them around and keeps them fair to a certain degree,
Mm-hmm.
but they still got their high expectations. So the guy is meeting that woman,
Mm-hmm.
and he got how he was raised,
Mm-hmm.
on how he know he gonna have his relationships.
Yeah.
Somebody got to win that.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy got to know how to keep control. You got to know
Mm-hmm.
how to, you got to know what's
Mm-hmm.
necessary. You got to know when to put your foot down.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
Um, it takes an alpha male. Women
Mm.
smell that. They like piranhas. Y'all are like piranhas. If when y'all see weakness in the guy, y'all take over. Y'all,
Mm.
and
Mm-hmm.
y'all do little tests. Because I
Mm.
see him, I sense him, I shoot him down.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you got to ruin the day
Mm-hmm.
as a man just to send that message, like, so she know, like, I can't do that shit. I can't do that shit with him. Yeah,
Okay.
some days
Mm-hmm.
I got to just fuck everything up,
Mm-hmm.
just so you know,
Mm-hmm. This ain't that.
this ain't that. That's
Okay.
a real gun. Yeah,
Okay.
that's
All right.
So,
All right.
um,
So what do you think about, because so I come from I have 5 brothers,
okay, big
and
family.
big and um very male dominated. So I was always around men. So I had the luxury of seeing my grandmother be taken care of, and just like the male to female, thing, dynamic, excuse me. My mom and dad dynamic. And so now that's in my head because that's what I know. And even to today, my parents are still married. My grandparents, God rest their soul, they literally till the death do them part. You know what I mean? My grandmother left first. My grandfather left, a couple years after. So now that I have that, and now I'm trying to take what I know as a child and seeing, and then translate that into the time that we're in right now
Right.
and how we're moving. And that's the problem, because it's like, how do I? This is what I know. This is what I saw, and it worked. You know what I mean? Like, they had their issues, I'm sure, but they loved each other. I didn't see fights really, and like grandma or mama knew, like, all right, I'm gonna let him have that one.
Right.
It was moments when my, grandfather, dad was like, I'm gonna let her have that one. I don't want no smoke with that. And it worked. You know what I mean? Like, I grew up with my father in the home. So I'm trying to take what I know as a woman and then bring that to this day and time, but then I'm having to edit me so much, and I feel like I'm doing a lot of edits. Like, okay, well, take that off the table. All right, so you want me to take that off the table too, because we ain't doing that no more because it's 2020. Like, you want me to take, like, so at what point do I stop editing where I gotta say enough is enough? Like, all right, we gotta come on now.
Right.
The bar can't be in hell. Like, what are we doing here? You know what I'm saying?
What's some of the things that do you have non-negotiables?
Yes.
And some of the things that you had to edit already, are they some of the non-negotiables, or you got room to make some adjustments?
So my non-negotiables are emotional availability. You know what I mean? I get it. Like, as a woman, as women in general, we're just more emotional. You know what I mean? And I'm not expecting you to understand everything I may be feeling or get on my level, because we operate in emotions. 9 times
Of
out of
course.
10,
No,
we feeling
no,
away.
no. 13 times out of 10.
We feeling away
Yeah,
about
yeah.
everything.
Maybe 15.
Oh, you're right. We be operating in them, and
Yeah.
that's cool. But even myself, I've learned, and this comes with just my plights and just becoming a woman. I've learned to reel it in, though. I am not as emotional as I was as a 20-year-old woman as I am as a 41, because I've learned to reel it back in. And that's for survival.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because you can't be out here just being emotionally just all over the place. Like, sometimes you just gotta like chill out and just think about what we're dealing with here.
Right.
But as a woman, like, we're just emotional. And I'm not expecting a man to understand everything or be like, where's she coming from? But be there, try to understand.
Right.
You don't want to be dismissed as a man, right? Like,
No.
when you go out into the field and you go work and you putting it down for your family, you putting your life on the line, you breaking back to bring bread to your table every day. You don't want to come home and talk about that and your woman be like, what's the problem? You're a man, go figure it out. You want us to try to understand you, right? Or babe, encourage you or whatever. So when we
Definitely.
having an emotional moment, just understand that we're wired like that. And sometimes we're trying to make sense of what we're feeling too. Don't dismiss us. Try to help maybe guide us or lead us back to a place. Okay, babe, listen to us and then figure out how you can bring us back to a sense of peace or make sense of it, or just try to understand this, even if you don't, but just don't be dismissive. You know what I'm saying? A lot of men don't want to deal with it because they like, she just being emotional. So I ain't fooling with it. Have you maybe what she's dealing with is deeper than just the moment. It may be something that she's trying to unpack, but she just don't know how to.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because when you constantly told you're emotional all the time, then you start being like, well, I'm gonna just be quiet then because I don't want to. And then that builds up. Like, she needs to get that out.
That's true.
You see what I'm saying? So she might be holding something from 5-10 years ago that she never was able to unpack. And now you said one thing and you didn't trigger her and you like, she tripping. No, she probably tripping on something from the past.
Right.
But allow her a space, or that comes with that providing a safe space for her. And providing a safe space for her is not just a financial thing or like because you got the necessities you need in life. It's also letting her express herself.
That is true.
You know what I mean? And I think men are so, because maybe men are so like, I gotta be a man, and that maybe make them feel a way if they be that way with their woman. But you can be tough to the world, but to your woman, I feel like you should be soft with her. You should. That's your safe space.
Yeah, see, you say that. But
Mm-hmm.
conversations and statistics and everything else will show that
Mm-hmm.
men can't always say that.
Say
That
mm-hmm.
their woman is the safe space.
Mm.
I was having a conversation a couple episodes ago, and I feel like women, they all have, and I believe you do too. You
Mm-hmm.
fit into this. All women have like that entry level
Mm-hmm.
safe space that they know they're gonna be. But you got a cutoff point on what that man can come tell you before you be like, you know what? All right, nigga.
No.
Yes, I see. Look how you grinning. You a big grin. I see all your teeth.
because because I know that you're saying that, but no, me personally, I do believe is woman being a man's safe space, because if my man is going out into the world, he is getting it for his family. He is battling Goliath at this point to make sure that his family is taken care of.
Definitely.
When he comes to that door, I want to be his serenity at that point. You know what I mean? So nothing's off the table. I don't care what you say, what you do, whatever. Like, I want to be that. So like, I believe that's what I'm saying. Like, we need to get more back to like the traditional sense and not battling each other. Like, even though you're a man, you're a human being. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have feelings too. You're not a
Definitely.
robot.
Definitely.
You're not AI. Like, you know what I mean? And not only you a man, but you're a black man.
Definitely.
You see what I'm saying? So your whole plight is different. Like, your whole when you walk out them doors, I don't know what the world is going to do. I don't know what to expect. I hope you make it home safe every day. And when you do, I'm grateful for that, because some people don't. You know what I mean? And I want to be a safe space,
Right.
you know what I'm saying, for you. But I need to feel security in that. You know what I mean? And I feel like sometimes we're dismissed, excuse me, as far as like, oh, you're being emotional or whatever. Sometimes we just want to be heard. You know what I'm saying? And even if you don't understand, because I don't think that we'll ever truly understand each other, because men and women are just different and we're wired differently. But I think if we just try to gain an understanding of each other, I think we can work together as a collective better. You know what I mean? I don't know what it is like to be a black man. I will never pretend. And even though I have my things going on as a black woman, I definitely don't discredit what the black man has been through and
Right.
what y'all go through on a day to day. And I'll
Right.
never understand it. I try to understand it. I'm not sure. But no, I don't. I get what you're saying as far as you feel like there's a cutoff point. You know what I mean? And
You have one.
who, me?
Yeah.
I don't have no cutoff. You think?
Yeah,
What you
I
think?
believe so.
What you think? I'm.
I don't know what it is, but I know it's something that, you know, the guy that he can get to level 30, but
Uh-huh.
at level 34 he might say some
Uh-huh.
shit to you and be like, you know what?
Mhm.
Sorry, Chad.
So what you think so what is it? You think that we don't allow y'all to be vulnerable with us?
To a degree. It's gonna
Mm.
stop somewhere. It's gonna be
Mm-hmm.
there's just a limit.
Mm-hmm.
At least that's what I hear all the time. At least that's what I think.
Mm-hmm.
Um, as far as me and my wife, we really, really, truly try to practice unconditional love.
Mm-hmm.
I can say that I really think
Mm-hmm.
we do.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Maybe I haven't. Maybe she got a limit on. I don't know. But
Right.
the man I plan on staying, like,
Mm-hmm.
I think we just coasting. So I think we're gonna be okay. But at the
Mm-hmm.
same time, women, they don't. It's like it's almost like sex a lot of times.
Mm.
You came, then you good. As long as I got mine, I
Hello,
don't care
did
nothing about nothing else.
mm-hmm.
So women, like I say, if they good in a situation, if they
Mm-hmm.
feel okay, if you doing all of these things, then okay, I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really care how you feel.
Mm.
You
So you
know,
think we're not sensitive enough to y'all needs, to the
I wouldn't
man
say
needs?
not sensitive enough, um, but a lot of times, depending on because every situation is case by case.
Right.
You may hear some similar stories, but it's still case
Mm-hmm.
by case.
Mm-hmm.
Depending on your situation, sometimes you can get overlooked.
Mm.
And it happens. You
Mm-hmm.
just you got to learn to be gracious as the man to know, like, look, um, because we're taught um, a major part of manhood is um, loving something more than you love yourself.
Mm.
So when you're in situations to where you got responsibilities, you almost look to get overlooked. You expect that.
Mm-hmm.
That helps me judge good women. Like, what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
the kids gotta kind of come first.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, but just know that I'm around. Know that
Mm-hmm.
I'm here. You know.
Ooh, that's so sad. Y'all
Yeah.
be feeling like y'all just be there?
Um. Yeah. Hell yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Well,
Hell yeah.
well,
Only because it's like it's not. I guess it's what we put out,
mm-hmm.
and then what we put out is we're held to that.
Mm-hmm.
Like if I'm playing a sport, if I'm playing basketball and I scored the first time you ever see me play, I scored 40 points.
Mm-hmm.
You will look for 40 points a night.
Mm-hmm.
But not knowing that I'm good at rebounding too, or
Right.
I'm
Assisting.
good at assisting
Yeah,
too,
yeah, yeah.
you know.
Mm-hmm.
But which is why they say how you treat them is how
Mm-hmm.
you meet them, how you treat them, or how you
Mm-hmm.
whatever you lose them
Mm-hmm.
the same way.
Lose them how you get them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, I mean, that's sad, but I don't think women are trying to, well, I don't know. I can't speak for women. I don't want to speak for all women here
Well, you
right
have the
now.
burden of that today.
Okay. I think that women, we have held men down for so long and we have supported for so long. And now we're in a state of y'all have so many choices, right? Like, you couldn't talk to a white woman back in the day. You couldn't have them type of options. You only had us as options. So now you have all these options, and now we're treated as an option. You know what I'm saying? Where you have so many choices that you can make, and we just feel like we trying to get y'all attention. We trying to, like, what is it to where you see the value in us?
But you know what though? Now I hear that, and it sounds real sad and mopey. Like, well, we just don't care about black women. We do, but
Mm-hmm.
a lot of times y'all don't be listening. A lot of
Mm.
women, when I talk to them, I check their superficial level, and a lot of women's superficial level be pretty high.
Okay, talk to me about it.
Like
What
I
they be
said, they
super?
have these images of men. Like, they'll
Mm.
say he gotta be this tall, he gotta dry this,
Oh, that's whack.
he gotta make this amount,
Mm-hmm.
and all of these things to
Mm-hmm.
qualify for some cat that that that
Qualify for the who?
for some cat
I know that's right.
that
What you
motherfuckers been
talking
getting
about? That's
since the
crazy
beginning of
work.
time. You gave it away to little Earl down the street for free, and now you grew up,
I'm
got some
not about to play
sense.
with y'all.
Now you grew
Okay.
up, got some sense.
Right.
Now I got to jump through all these hoops and all this can on.
That's why I'm saying I think we in all are just like a superficial. We're all superficial. I'm not superficial, so I don't even have a type. When people ask me, what's your type? I tell them I don't have a type, which I don't. Cause to me, having a type is that's basic behavior. You know what I mean? Like, I have a character type. I want you to be a good person. I want you to be generous. I want you to be kind. I want you to be thoughtful. You know what I'm saying? Honest. You could be 5'2" in doing that. I don't need you to be 6 feet. I don't need you to be uh the body of a goddess. You could be a healthy guy. You can be I really don't, because to me that's just separate me from just a whole bunch of options. And I feel like, why limit myself to options? And I don't know what that man may look like. He may be a 5'2" white guy. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not the type that just, I've never had a type. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like people that have a type, like, it just kind of puts you in this little niche market of what, and now you're eliminating all these options and things that could possibly be good for you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I always said, I feel like this, like what likes you.
Oh yeah.
A lot of people are chasing things or people that wouldn't look at you outside. Like, they wouldn't even be thinking about you. You know what I'm saying? But you have created this image in your mind because you have seen something on social media.
Right.
You saw somebody else with it, and now you think that's
That you
owed
can
to you.
have it.
That you
Right.
can have it.
Right.
That don't mean that you can't still have that. You can have all of those qualities of a man, but he don't have to be packaged or look like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like what likes you.
Yeah.
You know what I
tell
mean?
people
A
that.
man that really likes you, you'll know that he likes you.
You'll know it. You can see it. You can feel it.
You can feel it. He's going to pursue you. He's going to be consistent.
Yeah.
He's going to move at a pace. You know what I mean? He's going to make the whole thing of, oh, I was busy. That's whack.
Yeah.
We're not doing
We're
that.
gonna give you our time. You're gonna
I'm
see it.
telling you,
It ain't
like,
gonna be.
and stop
Ain't
making
gonna be no
excuses
confusion.
for it. If that man is being like, well, I was busy or I had such and such, that man don't like you.
Yeah.
I'll tell anybody that. I don't care what you try to hold on to the time that you do have. Oh, he gave me this day. He did all that for you, whatever, but then you don't hear from him for days, or that man don't like you. He just fits you into his schedule amongst other things that he has going on, but you're not a priority to him. A man that likes you is going to be intentional.
You're going to see it.
He's going to show up for you. He's going to want to be on your mind.
Women throw guys away like that fit everything you just said because he don't fit that sculpture that I got in my mind that they have in their heads. I've seen it happen all the time. Or stuff you can change. Oh, I ain't like his teeth.
He can get that fixed.
He can get that fixed.
I ain't like the way he dressed. Baby, I can dress you.
I could.
Maybe you just don't have a fashion sense.
Exactly.
That's okay. You know what I mean? Like, I can work with that, but I can't change if you're a generous man.
Exactly.
Because
if you care,
you know,
about me.
if you care, you know what I mean? So are you showing up for me?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Are you giving me your time? Are you pouring into me? You know what I mean? All of those things matter. You know what I mean?
So you can make more than the guy that fits all of those. You can make more than him. He could have like
financial.
What's make more? What do you mean? not make more pancakes.
I just want to be
See
clear.
What I'm saying?
Maybe we're talking about
that level rising.
Wait a minute.
That level rising.
Hold on. So I'm gonna just tell you why. I'm gonna just say why.
It's high class cat.
Look, I would prefer, okay, that someone I'm dating this what makes more than me. Yes, okay. I would prefer that.
So it could be just $1 more.
I would prefer
it could just be $1 more. So for just conversation's sake, let's say you're at 80,000. He can make 80,000 $1, and y'all can get together.
I ain't gonna put a dollar amount to it. I'm gonna say it like this.
He just gotta have a career you respect.
I don't care where you work at. I just want you to be in a position of caring for your family.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I do believe that when it comes to provision and carrying the family, it's more heavily weighted on the guy. And I'm your assistant. You know what I'm saying? Now, that doesn't mean, ladies, I'm talking to y'all right now. Just because I say I want the man to take care of more of the financial burden, that doesn't mean I'm about to sit on my ass and not do nothing. So let's not take it there like I'm just about to be sitting up watching daytime television while you going out and
working
doubles, breaking backbone to make sure your family eat every day. You know what I mean? And I don't think enough respect is put on what taking care of a home like it may not cost me any money to take care of the home, but it's a lot to raise kids, pour into them. You got multiple kids, they all got different personalities. That mean you being multiple people, all different, all times of the day. You know, then I gotta pour into you when you get home because you just went out there and did whatever you needed to do for us. And so now I have to figure out, now I gotta turn on my wife hat, or my girlfriend hat, or my, you know what I'm saying, and pour into you and let you know it's okay and encourage you so you can go out there and do it again because we depending on you and still take care of the things and make sure all the kids going where they gotta be and you where you gotta be, pack your lunch, cook, clean, da 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 da. It may not be anything that's monetary, cost money, but that's my time. It's my time. It's pressure. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm using all my brain power to pour into all of these different people that require me. But I will say, as a woman, for myself, I'm gonna just speak for myself. I never believed in just cooking, cleaning, and bearing children. That's just not the type of woman I am. So I took it upon myself to acquire things, meaning I went to school, I got a career for myself. So how I view it is I want a man to see me as an asset. Now, even though I prefer more traditional sense, meaning I like for the man to carry more of the financial burden. You know what I'm saying? Or that means the day to day, the mortgage, the bills. I just like the man to be, that's just my setup that I prefer. Everybody different. Some people might like 50-50, whatever your thing is, do that.
Right.
I'm just saying what I prefer. I prefer, or I think that when it comes to just how we operate, I've seen that system because I've seen both. I've seen 50-50. I've seen 100%. I've seen 70-30, 80-20. Personally, I prefer more of a
100%.
80-20, 70-30, somewhere up in there.
I'm like a
70-30,
95-5.
You like a 95? I'm like a 80-20. I'm more of an 80-20 person. I want you to know that I can do it.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm not the type of woman where it's like, all I want to do is cook, clean, and whatever. I want you to know something can happen to you. You can go out there and work and get hurt. You can get sick. God forbid you don't make it home to us, that I have acquired enough knowledge and skill set. I've had a career of my own that when I gotta activate, it's go time. And you know that I can do it. You can, God forbid you leave here in peace, because you know she can take it. She can
Definitely.
carry the torch. So I encourage all women to, even if you want more of a traditional sense of the man being more of the provider and you kind of taking the background to like the financial responsibility, but still assisting. That doesn't mean that I'm not assisting in the day to day. That means that he's carrying more so of the load
Right.
when it comes to the financial part. And I might be taking care more so because I just feel like that's where I'm best suited at. You know what I mean? Is raising the family, making sure that, you know, this, when you come home, this is your serenity, this is your heaven, this is your peace. I'm gonna make sure that's solid for you. You ain't never gonna
Definitely.
have to worry about that. You go out into the world, it's chaos, and when you come home, this is what, it's all worth it for you. I have to
Definitely.
make it worth it for you. So I'm gonna
Definitely.
make it worth it for you. But just know that I got something in the bag. You lose your job, God forbid. You get hurt, you get sick, you get whatever the case may be, that I can go into that bag of tricks and pull it out because I've done it. You know what I mean? So I'm a woman that have acquired things or like had a career for myself, because I want you to see me as an asset in case you need to pull from my resources. But I don't want to be the main source of the resource. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be the main thing that's making this work.
I want to be the well, but I don't want to be the well that you come to
But
in the
it's here for
beginning.
you. It's
Right.
here
It's
for you.
just know that you got this motherfucker.
Hey, baby, look, this month.
Like credit. It's good to know you have it, but if you use it, it's your ass.
No, if you use it, it's for the benefit for us. No, we good. No, because that's what
That
I'm.
utilization, but not go.
No, your credit good. Your credit score ain't gonna go down. Like I promise you. No, I feel like you should be in a position to be able to assist your man if need be.
Right.
But I feel like the primary provider should be the man.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
Definitely. No,
Definitely be
I
definitely
get
be the
that.
man, but have things for him to, so that if he needs to tap into you and say, "Babe, you know what? It's getting kind of tough out here. Like, I need you." You can step up to the plate
No,
where you're not
I'll agree
just
with
like,
that.
"Well, I don't know what to do." You know
I'll
what I'm
agree with
saying?
that.
Like, you have to be able to have some type of knowledge or sense and know how to move out here in case he has to come to you, because
Or else what we doing?
Yeah. Because he's still a human. Anything can happen. He's a man and he's just a person. Anything, yes, he's a real man, is gonna take care of his family anyway.
Definitely.
That man in him not gonna want you to do some of the things. He's not gonna want you to raise the family by yourself. He's not gonna want you to do the heavy lifting. He's gonna be there. He's gonna want to take the brunt of that anyway. But as a woman, be doing some shit in the background.
Right.
You went to school. You got some type of work experience. You got something. You know what I'm saying? If he got a business, learn his business in and out. What happens if he gets sick? Who gonna run it? Now the family can't eat because you didn't know. You just set up with you spending the credit cards and the money and whatnot. No.
So let me ask you this: have you always thought like this, or did experience and maybe missing out the FOMO
Mm-hmm.
that create this new mindset that you have?
It came from watching some aspects of life, and I've seen where a man 100% took care of a woman and she knew nothing. Where maybe she'd never worked a job, she'd never had no type of anything. Her whole life depended on the source of this man. I didn't like the power dynamic of that, because a lot of times in that instance, it was like, so what you gonna do if something happens to him? I didn't like that.
Right.
Or, you know, you would see them in certain instances and they would be lost. And I'm like, well, just because you're a woman, that don't mean you have to like not know things. Like, we're powerful. You can still know things. You may not have to use them, but have that tool. You may never need to use that screwdriver, but have one in your tool belt, because you never know when you got to pull it out.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So I never liked seeing women just like, well, I don't know how to do nothing. Like, my man do everything. And it's like, but what happens if something happens to him? So what you gonna do now?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So I never cared for that type of dynamic. I always felt like, well, I want to know something, because what happens if, like I said, if something happens to him, if it go down, then what you gonna do? So for me, and then I felt like there were times where I saw disrespect when it was that type of dynamic, because it's like, why are you questioning me? Don't ask me nothing. Don't say nothing about what I'm doing, because everything that you have is because of me.
Right.
I ain't like that, because you're not gonna talk to me crazy.
Oh wow.
You know what I'm saying? So when you put your whole life in a person's hands, they control you.
Yeah, definitely.
Your whole livelihood is dependent on how you eat, everything is dependent upon this individual. They
Right.
technically own you. I don't want to be owned. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like as a woman, it should be in certain, because there's going to be certain things where I never feel like it's 50-50 for real, for real. So
Mm-hmm.
there's going to be things that I'm better at that you may lack in, like household things. You know what I'm saying? Raising kids, there's just patience level that women have, nurturing level that women have, is certain thing that weighs more heavily on us,
Right.
right? So that burden is more so on me, keeping everybody together, keeping the kids. We got little girls. I'm doing their hair, whatever the case may be. So that's gonna weigh more heavily on me, right? But then when it comes to going out and maybe taking care of the family, that may weigh heavily on you. But if you really think about it, it should even out.
Right.
Maybe you going to get the money, but I'm holding out. So even though it's not,
I believe in
you
that
see what I'm
though. I
saying?
say that because it's more than money. Like, of
Yeah.
course, our dynamic. I feel like I created this,
Mm-hmm.
so it's my responsibility.
Mm-hmm.
I pay the cost to be the boss.
There we go.
Especially I feel like every man would adopt that mindset if what they were doing for money allowed them to. I don't see men getting the money and then still
Right.
being stingy.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like grace should be given,
Mm-hmm.
with men that have to do
Mm-hmm.
whatever kind of plan to survive.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But me, because I know what I like
Mm-hmm.
to operate with,
Mm-hmm.
I have like a little small piece of asshole in me.
Okay. Okay.
So
Okay.
I don't feel I could confidently be that way.
Mm-hmm.
And we up here splitting bills.
Mm-hmm.
That's just me though.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have no opinion on the guy that has to do any kind of plan to survive in this situation.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying he ain't doing enough. I'm not saying he's doing too much. I'm not saying he's doing something wrong.
Right.
I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
That ain't my situation.
Right.
But in my situation, if I'm able to, I'm gonna do it.
Right.
I pay the cost to be the boss. But what I don't do, I don't feel like because I'm paying,
Mm-hmm.
then I got the highest responsibility
Ability.
or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said it before. It's easy to be the payer. If
Mm-hmm.
I'm a barber. If you can make money to survive.
Mm-hmm.
We can't just get up and go to Disneyland, no shit
Right.
like that.
Right.
But I take pride in being able to knock the bills out.
Mm-hmm.
I stand back here, I cut hair all the time. I cut hair.
Mm-hmm.
I cut a lot of hair.
Mm-hmm.
So I should be doing right by the money.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I'm okay with that part.
Mm-hmm.
But I say all the time, it's easy to be the payer.
Mm-hmm.
You just shelling out money.
Mm-hmm.
But you're more than that as a man.
Absolutely.
But in a plan, in a situation, in a
Mm-hmm.
team scale,
Mm-hmm.
your position ain't higher than her position.
Mm.
We equal, because it's gonna be, like you said, it's gonna be some games where
Yeah.
I score a lot of points to help us win.
Yeah.
There's gonna be some games where I'm off.
Yeah.
And your scoring is gonna help us win.
Absolutely.
So me being the payer, that's just me being the center.
Mm-hmm.
That's just me being Shaq. I'm supposed to get the rebound.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if we lose a game and we lost because we didn't rebound properly,
Mm-hmm.
I can't look at the point guard and be like, man, how come you didn't get the
How you
rebound?
right?
Nigga, that's your job.
Your job.
Right.
Exactly.
So the payer is just one aspect of the team.
Yeah.
You got children and you got a whole household to maintain.
Yeah.
That takes a little bit more.
Yeah.
Because it's every day. It's
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
it's a lot of work. So no
Yeah.
position can be slighted.
Yeah.
So I'm agreeing with what you were saying. Like it's equal parts.
Yeah.
Sometimes maybe a little bit more. Because see,
Yeah.
guys feel like just because they paying money, then they doing their part. But if y'all switch roles, a lot of men couldn't be
in
with
that
their
position.
children. Exactly.
Because it's not just about paying the money. It's also about, being there emotionally,
Exactly.
spiritually, you know what I'm saying? Mentally. Like there's a lot of different, like, just don't be the payee, but then you don't attend sports.
Exactly.
You don't pour into your woman, she still needs these different things.
Exactly.
So that's why I always felt like as a woman, like I didn't want to put a man in position to be like 100% provider.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like in this day and time, that's kind of hard to do unless you're like super extra rich. And then even in that situation, like even if you're dealing with someone who is able to 100% take care of you, I feel like as a woman, have something in the bag.
Right. And so that's the plan. So
Yeah.
my job is just to take care of what it needs, what we
Mm-hmm.
need to survive.
Mm-hmm.
And then like your money is freed up for what's going to advance us.
Now we talking.
Yeah. So
You see
hell
what
no,
I'm saying?
ain't no I'm
You
paying
feel
all the shit.
me?
You just stay at home. Hell no.
Because that's how I feel. And
We're not going nowhere that way.
when I say that, it comes off wrong. So my whole thing is, and when you say my money is my money, don't think that meaning like you're going out and taking care of the family and providing for us, a roof over our head, food on the table, paying our bills, making sure the insurance done, all the stuff. And my money, I'm going on shopping sprees and drinking matcha. No, I'm preparing for the long term.
Exactly.
I'm saving for our retirement, starting a business. Like if you take me out corporate and I'm able to just maybe work a little job to support a business or something that's going to take us, I don't want neither one of us to work forever. I want your time to be free too.
Just allow me to dream.
That's it.
Yeah.
Because a woman could what they say, a woman could turn a house into a home.
Yeah, they multiply.
We multiply things. And so if men understand that we multiply things, then this whole conversation is going to be obsolete. We're not even going to talk about it no more. But first it comes with men just understanding what women do.
Right.
And so I hate when men say, well, what are you bringing to the table? You must haven't read books much. You don't read much. That's how I take it. Because when you say that, you clearly haven't read. Because if you read, you will understand that a woman can take what successful man don't have a good woman beside him.
Exactly.
You think he started that by himself?
They're not doing it alone.
What Barack Obama constantly bigging up Michelle. He start his speeches. He end his speeches with that. I'm nothing without her.
Yeah.
He had a vision, and then she helped him get to where he wouldn't even be. He would have never been the president if it wasn't for Michelle.
Yeah.
And he'll tell you that any day. I didn't do this. I'm taking partial of this credit. I had a vision, but then she helped me put it into place.
Yeah.
So women, we're visionaries. Like men can have a plan, but then, okay, you need to execute it and you need to see it through and you need guidance and you need love and nurturing. You need someone to help you throughout that process. And that's where we come in at. And so for me, like, I don't like when I hear that because it's like, well, what you bringing to the table and I'm like, you don't even understand the plan because if you taking care of the day to day, I'm able to plan for the future.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And any good woman is doing that.
That's
Like
her mindset already.
Any good woman is not just sitting up watching her man go out to pastor every day and being like, well, I'm just about to sit here and just reap the fruits of the labor. That well is going to run dry. He can only do that for so long.
That's true.
She's already formulating a plan on, okay, he going out there and get it, but how can I take this to a point we can sit back and chill? Maybe I can start this little niche business. Maybe I can, a good woman is already thinking about that.
Right.
But just put her in position, how to add to it. But I think because because men feel like maybe they've been taken for granted or, I feel like we both are just battling each other. We can't get to that common ground.
Do you think you're meeting the wrong men? Or that's just every man you run into the same problems?
It's a lot of that out here.
Okay.
A lot of people are battered, bruised, and damaged.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They probably had a woman that they poured a lot into and left them for something better. That was just a person. So we got to stop looking at the aesthetics of a person too and test and look at a person's character and stop basing on how a person look, how they dress, start asking them the real questions. Like, that's why I don't have a type. You out here dating such and such because that look good to you, but what they heart like. You see what I'm saying? But you know what I mean? So that's for true. Me, when people say, oh, you don't have I don't care. Light, dark, black, white. I don't care because I'm looking at the character of a person. Because that's not going to change. You see what I'm saying? So I feel like it's a lot of people out here damaged and bruised because they're dating people that don't like them.
Okay. And you're saying a lot of good things. And what's crazy is I believe your mindset. I
Uh-huh.
believe that you are the things that you talk about.
Mm-hmm.
The way that you're saying right now. I believe
Mm-hmm.
that. But you say you're single.
Yep.
I don't get it.
Me neither.
Where are you? Okay, so where are you meeting men at?
So,
Clubbing and shit still, or
child, listen. Where am I meeting guys at? I don't really do the club scene too much. I'm
okay,
not really a clubber. That was in my younger. Now I'll hit up a little lounge.
right?
You know, I like jazz. I like, good food. So I try to hit more low key spots. You know what I mean? Maybe the working class person, you might just want to go somewhere and wind down after work and have you a cocktail, have you a martini, have you that whiskey, and just
Mm-hmm.
listen to some music, or maybe just chill, converse. So I'm not really like the club scene. That's just a terrible place to meet somebody. I like meeting people on a whim at the grocery store. I don't know, just doing regular everyday things, because that tells me a lot about a person. Everybody in the club we drinking. There's a lot of women in here. Like, it's really not the place to meet somebody. So I wouldn't say I meet people at the club. I meet guys in different type of places, like I said, whether it be getting my coffee in the morning, or doing my grocery shopping, or I don't know, I like to meet people just in everyday life, doing
Mm-hmm.
regular things. Um the issue that I guess I'm having is I can come off very abrasive. And so when I say, like, I want to be cared for, immediately that triggers, she wants some man to take care of her. And they just fly off the handle without even trying to really understand
Right.
where I'm coming
When
from.
do you tell them that though? Day what?
No, this is way in. This not day one, you know what I'm saying? Or,
This okay. This is when we
now what I will say is, I tell anybody off the rip is I run a strict program. That's
a
day one.
strict. Okay, what's a strict program?
Strict program. And so when I say I run a strict program, is I'm a no nonsense type of person. I believe the one thing we can't get back is time. You can get money again. You can do a lot of things again. I can't get back my time. Don't waste my time and I won't waste yours. And so when I say I run a strict program, is I'm not budging on these things. And so I'm gonna give it to you. And that may seem abrasive, but I'm trying to eliminate the bullshit from the beginning.
No, I get that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I
Yeah.
don't want to be going back and forth with you for 3-4 months for me to just figure it out. Well, this wasn't what it was, and I knew that day
Tell me
one.
in the beginning.
Tell me in the beginning. So this is an accelerated program. I tell anybody, fast lane, baby. So if you talking to me, understand this accelerated program. I'm gonna give it to you very fast. And if you can keep up, great. And if you can't, this ain't for you.
Right.
And I like to get it out the way, out the top, because I don't want to waste your time for somebody for the love of your life. I don't want to get in the way of her. I want you to have her. You know what I'm saying? But I just want to make sure you're not getting in the way of mine either. Because if this ain't for you, I ain't for everybody. And I know that.
I get that. Do you think with that mindset you might have missed somebody?
No, because it eliminates a lot of BS from the
That's not
beginning.
the man.
I
That's not
used to
serious.
think that. I used to think, oh man, that's a little much. So I probably want to scale back on that. And what I did was I compromised on a lot of things that I felt I shouldn't have.
Okay.
And I put myself in positions that I wouldn't have otherwise, because I felt like I didn't stand on business. I didn't stand on who I was as a woman, and understand that I'm not for everybody, and that's okay. I was trying to be for everybody,
Right.
but I'm not. That's okay. I'm a one-on-one, and I want you to know that I'm a one-on-one, and I want to see you as a one-on-one. And so I used to think like, well, let me not say that because I don't want to rub him the wrong way. Let me not act that way because that ain't gonna go over. No. At 41, when I turned 40, I started embracing those parts of me and just being like, cool, it's gonna weed them out. And it weeds it slims the numbers real
Right.
fast.
Definitely.
Because you can start off with a nice amount of like work that you like, everybody trying to, they in your DMs, or they may be trying to get with you or whatever. And it's like, oh, and then when you start putting your program out there, it start doing little
That list gets smaller and smaller. They start taking themselves out.
Baby, it be dry outside.
They start doing you the favor.
Hey, it be dry. But you did me a favor though, because you showed me where you at with it.
Right.
And that's okay. And I would rather be alone than to go down a road of just settling for anything. Like, I want happiness. I want my partner. I'm looking for my person that I can add to their life and they can add to mine. And we can really take off and do this thing called life together and live abundantly. You know what I mean?
Were you ever in any relationships with a guy and maybe you thought it was serious and maybe it didn't work out and then maybe he's married now and you look at it and maybe you found out like somebody I was just with, it didn't work out with me and him, but he's married now.
Yep. That's happened.
How many times?
Twice.
Twice. So do you take any blame, or how do you look at that? Even if you don't blame yourself, how do you look at that though? Like,
no, I feel confident in those situations. You know, I know that I wasn't the right person for them.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And I'm happy for anybody that find a person.
Right.
Because first of all, I think the pursuit of life is happiness. You know what I mean? And we aren't meant to be alone, people.
Facts.
God put us here to be with somebody.
Facts.
There is somebody out here for everybody is somebody out there for us. It's a matter of finding that person. But doing that, you gotta kind of be strict. You know what I mean? And you know, a lot of times being strict means being alone.
But that ain't no shit you should want to settle for. So they say the ratio of men and women is like maybe 9-1.
Yeah.
So for every one man, he can choose between 9 different women. And then a lot of women, they all filter themselves because they all tend to look for the same guy.
That's why you can't have a type.
Right. But you say you don't have a type at all.
No.
You have to have a type.
I don't. I have a character type.
Maybe you have a bunch of different types that a man could qualify to be.
I don't have a physical type. I'm gonna say that.
So somebody could be short. You could be taller than your husband.
Well, I'm 4'11", so you can't be tall. You can't be
4'11"?
short. You can't be shorter than 4'11". Now you got at least
be 4'11" too.
5'7".
Oh, he 4'11" too.
No, he can't be no. Cause who 4'11"?
Him.
No, he ain't no 4'11". Ain't no man 4'11". No, we're not doing that.
You say
no. That would be my only thing. But it's kind of hard to not be taller than me because I'm a midget, sort of, kind of, in a sense. Like I'm kind of.
You didn't look 4'11".
Vertically, you know.
Wow.
Yeah, challenged here. But other than that, like I don't care about like skin tone, light, dark, hair, no hair, weight, size, athletic, big skin. Like I don't care about those things. I just like someone who takes care of themselves, like healthy, conscious. Like right. I don't care about, you don't have to be buff. You don't have to be, whatever. Like you can be a big guy, but you just eat well most of the time. Because I want you to live. I want us to live to be 75. You know what I'm saying? So just like
work towards getting this shit off.
Yeah, maybe let's eat some salads here or there. Let's eat these fruits and veggies here. Like let's not eat, this fried chicken every day because, so someone who's health conscious, someone who cares about their appearance, takes pride in himself. I don't care. You could be a big guy and dress nice, smell good, groom yourself nice. You know what I'm saying? Just because how you look is how you feel. You know what I'm saying? It's a reflection of how you feel. So I like somebody who just takes care of themselves and dress nice and grooms themselves well. Someone who wants to know things, you know what I'm saying, of all different type of lanes. You know what I mean? Like don't just be one-sided. Try to learn different things. So someone who's well versed in a lot of different things. Someone who knows how to hold a good conversation. You know what I mean? Yeah, someone who's funny. You know what I'm saying? Outgoing. Those are the type of things that I know how to have a good time. Because when I'm outside, like as tailored as I am and prim and prop in my like professional life and my home life, when I'm outside, I'm outside. And I like someone who knows how to let their hair down and just like take their business cap off and just have a good time and just enjoy life.
Definitely.
But that's what I like. But I don't care what that looks like. He may be a dark skinned bearded. I don't know. I don't know what he may look like, but it doesn't matter to me aesthetically because that's things that can change.
Right.
You know what I mean? And we all gonna get old one day. We're not gonna look the same. I'm not gonna look the same 10 years from now. God, 15 years. Hopefully I last as long as I can, but we're not gonna all be, but I want you to be that same person at your core.
Right.
So I'm more of a core value type of person because nobody that I've ever dated looked the same. If you look at like my friends may say like, oh, I like light skinned men. That's not true. I don't have a light skin thing. All right, let me just say that.
If they said it,
no,
then they'd probably recognize.
I like what likes me.
Right.
It's just so happened that light skinned men
like
approach me.
Right.
So, okay, cool. Like, I'm not going to be trying to like this dark skinned man that's not paying me no attention because now I'm chasing him. That's dumb. And that's where we're going wrong. Stop chasing things and trying to be a part of a person's life that don't want to be a part of yours.
Yeah.
Like what likes you. And a man that truly likes you is going to show interest.
They're going to show you.
It just so happened that those ones have been lighter skin. You know what I'm saying? But I don't have an affection toward them per se. It's just like they messing with me. I don't know what's wrong with the dark skin brother. I don't know what's going on with them. But no, I like what likes me. So
what happened in the relationships with your children's dad?
So I was young.
Okay.
Sheltered.
Okay.
Growing up in the suburbs, you know what I'm saying? And my parents are very strict. Having 5 brothers, you ain't doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I went where they went. You know what I mean? And so when I got out of the world per se, even though they told me about it, watch out for this and watch out for that. What they call it, on the job experience. You got to have on the job experience. And when you don't have no on the job, when you don't have no experience, then you don't know no better. And so he was definitely a little bit more mature and advanced than I was. Been through a lot more. And I was a suburban type girl that fell in love with the edgier, I would say, type guy. You know what I mean? And then even though he was a little bit more rough around the edges than I would say than I was, just like different lifestyles and whatnot, or living differently, I used to have this feeling of you could change a man. I'm going to be so good to him. He's going to be fine. He's going to convert to my way.
Right. Yeah, of course.
I mean, I'm just too good. Like, what's wrong with him? Of course he's going to.
He hasn't had any of
he hasn't had me before. Like, he's just waiting on me.
Exactly.
False. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. A person will only change when they want to change.
Yeah.
And at the time, and understanding it's not a reflection of you. So at the time I saw like, man, maybe I could have did. No, it took me some growing to understand that he's not there yet. It wasn't a matter of what I did for him, as great as I was to him. He's not going to change until he wants to change, until he feels a need to change.
Right.
And so all this goodness that I'm doing doesn't mean anything. You know what I'm saying? And so I don't take it as it's a reflection of who I am. You know what I'm saying? As a woman, like, oh, you didn't do enough. Or no, I know I was damn good to that man. You know what I'm saying? Probably the best I ever been because I was fresh out. So at that point, I didn't have nothing to compare it to. I was like probably the best type of woman to him because I was new out and whatever you want, babe. Like, I just want to whatever, you know what I'm saying, before you get your scars and your bumps and your bruises. But you can't change a man. A man has to want to change for himself.
Thanks.
And a lot of times we feel like we can make a person change, or like who I am is gonna, no, it has to come from within. But understand, ladies, that if you ever meet a guy and you feel like he's not, it doesn't mean that you, like, maybe I wasn't good enough. Nah, like, change has to come from within that person. And no man is going to change on behalf of you. You will want him to change for himself, because then you know it's true and you know it's genuine.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? It doesn't mean you're a bad woman or I didn't do enough. No, you did what you were supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? And it's up to him to make that decision. So, yeah.
So you feel like, okay, so from those, you may have took some things to learn from. Do you feel like you're ready this next time around? What about, like, do you think you wife material?
Baby born.
Baby born. You just you know it
out the womb.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you know?
I'm really built
You
for
just
this.
know your qualities.
I do.
Okay.
I do. And because of that, I'm very selective. You know what I mean? I grew up in a household with my mom and my dad. You know what I'm saying? And so I had not just a woman around me telling me, but I'm sorry, I got to see male perspective, and I got to see my father not just talk about being a man, but be a man and show me. And you know, as a kid, you like, he just don't want me to have a life. So as a kid, my dad would say certain things. I'm like, he just don't want me to live. But then when you become a woman, you like, oh no, my dad knew what he was talking about. Like, because that's gonna lead you down a road you don't want to go down. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely have learned a lot from just my upbringing and watching, my dad and just my brothers and just like good men around me. Like, just upstanding people. And it wasn't about money because they didn't maybe necessarily have all the things, but they were good at their core.
Right.
And they took care of their family. They took care of their responsibilities. They loved. And so for that, like, I was born into love. You know what I'm saying? I had love around me. And so, I mean, I went into the world and I've had my battles and my bumps and my bruises. I wouldn't say I'm jaded though. I take every situation and I take enough time to learn from it. You know what I'm saying? To give myself time to heal. I don't think we heal as people.
I was just gonna say, yeah.
We jump into the next situation, the next situation, the next situation, because we searching for something because we're afraid to be alone. Be alone. Stay alone because you need to find yourself. And so I took time to find myself as a woman. Like, well, what does Jen want? Who is she really at her core? Get in tune with that person. And that may take you 2, 3, whoever. Take the time.
Right.
Is worth it versus constantly being in failed relationships after failed relationships after failed relationships. So
learn how to love yourself.
Learn how to love, because how you gonna show somebody else how to love you if you don't love yourself?
Yeah.
That don't work like that.
Yeah.
And then honestly, you won't even have to really tell a person because it's gonna come off.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? Like right now, I don't have to say much at all. Maybe just like little tweaking things, just some very particular things, but I don't have to say much because they see it on me. Like, that's how she caring for herself. That's how she carrying herself. That's how she loving on herself. That's what she's doing in her own life. So
that's a minimum. I need to match this.
Match that, because I ain't even gonna touch that because she's not even gonna play with me like that. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I mean, I definitely not think that I'm wife material. You know what I mean?
Do you fear you'll have to, you was talking earlier about taking things off the table, do you fear you will have to completely change the landscape of the man you want, the person you want to be, just to have that story, just to have that marriage?
I'll be alone.
Before you have to do that?
Yes.
Okay. So it's some things you're gonna budge on, but not everything?
Very few things I'm a budge on.
And but knowing
Mm-hmm.
knowing that we talked about how humans need companionship. Even animals, like male, female, everything need companionship.
Absolutely.
And then it's 2026, so it could be male, female, everybody needs companionship.
Absolutely.
Everybody. Even knowing that, you still want to be stubborn and feel like, what good is that gonna do to you though? You gonna be 70 and alone, but I showed his ass.
So because I'm not
and I know it's a thin line,
religious person, but I'm a spiritual person.
Okay.
I would say that. So some things in the Bible, I take some things, and that's not no knock. I'm more so of a feeling, but I do believe in God wants us to have the desires of our heart. And so if he says we don't serve a so-so God or a okay God or a 50% God. Like, we serve a God that said, I will supply all of your needs. And so with that being said, for me to settle, that's like a contradiction to me. Now, that doesn't mean that I won't have to make compromise, because you have to, maybe you're not in this position right now, but you want to give it to me. and you're working toward giving it to us or
Right.
whatever the case may be. Now, you may not have it right now. Like, you got a good amount. You need to have a good amount of what I need because I need to have a good amount of what you need. I'm not trying to come to the table with nothing.
Definitely.
You see what I'm saying? But you may be lacking in some areas or maybe not have it, but I need to know, like, you got a plan for it or you shooting toward it or whatever. Now, if you just like, I'm cool with this and I'm not doing nothing else, well, no, baby, I'm not doing that.
How about this though? You mentioned need. How different
Mm-hmm.
is the man you want from the man you know you need?
Hmm.
Because you just said up and said, God said he gonna give you everything you need,
Mm-hmm.
and it might clash
Mm-hmm.
with the man that you asked for.
Right. And I mean, I think I'm pretty aligned with what I need because, again, that's why I don't have a type. Because, I mean, if I was to say, I mean, I want a man that's 6'5", athletic build, can build me a house with his hands. I mean, you see what I'm saying? Like,
I can get all of that.
looks like
but then he cheating on me.
Hello. So that's why I don't have a type
Or
because
he black
those
in my
are
eye.
wants. Hello.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get
so
that.
now he look aesthetically pleasing.
I got this purse. I got the car. Yeah.
But he got 10 other women doing the same thing for. You know what I mean? So that's why I'm not on like types or like that. I'm more of a character person because that's what I need.
Definitely.
Like, I've got in tune with, well, what does Jen need? You know what I'm saying? Well, what does God feel like? I know what I need as a person, you know what I'm saying, to meet my partner. So that's why I'm like, I don't have a type. I'm more so focused on what I do need and not what I want. Because if I was just I can want something that look good but isn't good for me. So I don't care about that superficial stuff. Like, I'm more so focused on how can this person add value to my life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? How can I add value to their life? How can we really be a partnership? How can we actually raise a family, break generational curses? How can we be, provide wealth for the next generation? How can we show our kids healthy relationships? You know what I'm saying? Like, those are the things I'm really focused on. So I think I'm pretty detached from the superficial things that the world says and more in tune with God's word and a little bit of me and just a little bit of like, just more grounded on what I need as a person and not necessarily wants. The wants is the stuff that you think about in your
Because what get later
or like what I date now is differently
to.
what I dated back then. Because back then it was all about what I wanted. I wasn't looking for. I wanted the guy that was the cool guy, the guy that all the, you know what I'm saying, all that other, he dressed all that. He dressed nice. He driving this. He doing that. He, you know what I'm saying, like none of that matters. You can acquire all of those things.
That's true.
But who are you at your core?
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? Because none of that means nothing if he's a terrible person,
a piece of shit.
Yeah. So no, I'm more focused on the other things. Now, it's nice if you have all those things,
right?
But I'm okay with if you don't and you're acquiring them, you're just a good person at your heart.
What do you feel like you bring a man that's not everywhere else?
What do I feel like what you say? Say it one more time.
You heard me.
No, repeat it. What you say?
What do you feel like you bring to a man that's not everywhere else? How do you know how do you separate yourself?
Well, I'm a go-getter.
Okay.
Nothing was ever given to me in life. I've had to earn everything that I have. I didn't come from anything. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't born into this world with a silver spoon in my mouth or whatever, however you want to say it. I came from a family with a lot of love, but we didn't have a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? And I knew in order to acquire things, I needed to learn. I need to be educated. I need to put myself in a certain position. And so I always wanted to be a type of woman. I never felt like I wanted to be cook, clean, bear children. I feel like I'm a woman that can have it all.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And so early on, I was like, yeah, I want to have a family. Yeah, I want to be there for my man, have a home and a white picket fence and a dog, but I also want to be smart. You know what I mean? I want to have accomplished things on my own. I want to have some accolades. You know what I'm saying? Things that I've done.
Yeah.
And so I just don't want to be a pretty face or a nice body or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, I'm more than just that. I'm more than just my physical outer core. I'm deeper than that. I want to learn things. I try to dabble in everything, whether it's politics, whether it's financial literacy. Like I just want to know a lot of different things because I want to be an asset to my partner.
Definitely.
You know, I never wanted to just be the woman to just like be domesticated. Now, don't get me wrong, I would love to be kept up, but I know that I have these things acquired. So if we need to at any point, I need to tap in extra. You got somebody that can do that. Oh, my wife know how to do that. She's well versed in that. She's educated in that. You know what I'm saying? So I want to be an asset to you. I want to be a value more than just bringing life into the world. Don't get me wrong. Having children, nothing compares to that. Bringing life into the world is our superpower. And who can compete with a woman? Nobody. But
Yeah.
but I didn't want to limit myself to just that. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to be a woman to know different things. You know what I'm saying? And who knows? Life, I always felt like I can have a husband and I want to trust my husband and honor my husband, but he's a person. He's going to fall short because he's human, because we flesh and blood, we all fall short.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't hold him to the candle like he's God. Like he may go out there and mess up. What happens if my husband leaves me for something else? Then what I'm going to do?
Right.
He's just a person. It can happen. You hope for the best.
That's true.
But I always prepare for the worst.
No, that's true.
I hope my husband never leaves me. I hope he won't.
But if he do, keep going.
I gotta know how to move out here. I can't be just out here like, oh my God, how my kids gonna, you know what I'm saying? There's some men that pack up everything and take everything they have with them and leave you with nothing. What you gonna do? How you gonna eat? How you gonna provide? He done went and had a whole new family with somebody else and ain't thinking about you and your kids. He over here with his new life. It happens. So
it definitely happens.
Know some things. Educate yourself. Learn how to run a business. Learn, go get a degree. Whatever it may be, just have something to bring to the table more than just bearing fruits of life. Even though that's the ultimate fruit that you can bear as a woman, because nobody else can do that.
Yeah.
I can work, you can work. You can love, I can love. It's the one thing that separates us. But however, anything can happen. So just always put yourself in position as a woman to level up if you need to.
Because there's always going to be more to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I get that.
Yeah.
I definitely get that.
Yeah. So that's what I feel like. I feel like I've acquired things and, I'm an educated woman. I've, had my career. I've learned things and I've tried a lot of different things. And I just wanted to build my resume to a point where I want the man that comes into my life that wants to see me as his wife or his future partner to see me as an asset to him. Something that he can tap into and if he needs to. But he's already man enough and structured enough to where he wants to care and provide for his family. But no, like that's a bad chick right there.
Right. Just
like,
knowing that.
I want her on my team. You see what I'm saying? Because how you need a team to build. Like you can't score the points, rebound, assist, coach yourself. You can't do that. No man.
And get my own water. Somebody got to do something.
Hello, wipe your sweat off.
Something.
You see what I'm saying? Who gonna make the plays? Who gonna do offense, defense? You cannot do all that. So you need to. I feel like I want my man to see that. Oh, she bring things to the table. You know what I'm saying? As a man, I got it, but she got it too. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like we can power up and be a power couple. Not necessarily he needs me to do that, but he know that I have it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And that's my own thing.
So you an asset, not a liability.
An asset, not a liability.
I heard that. I do like the way you think. I believe it. I don't think you just capping. I think maybe you lived and had some experiences and they shaped the mindset that you have on top of already growing up in an equal household. So you get a chance to see men and women operate in their own rights. You just pulled from both of those in order to get your own perspective. I think you're on the right track. I really do.
Thank you.
Going out, I always ask, what's something that we need to start doing and what's something that we need to stop doing as a people, as a race, as whatever?
Something we need to start doing is having more compassion.
Okay.
As a people. It's hard out here, man. There's no blueprints of life, because if it was, we all be where we want to be.
Right.
So we all had some bumps, something. We have to go through something to where we're at right now. So have more compassion for people. Um, something we need more. Something we need to stop. Hmm. Oh gosh. Probably being so judgmental. No, so sensitive. We too sensitive, man.
Stop being so sensitive.
Stop being so sensitive.
So you didn't have a problem with the jokes at the Kevin Hart roast?
Now some you can go too far. Some of them wasn't needed. A couple of them, like I saw where they was going, but some of them was like, all right, now it's like too much.
Right.
But especially just because certain things are off the table. Like I feel like when you talk about death, you know what I mean? Like that should be off the table. Like let's not talk about people mamas. You know what I'm saying? Back in the day, talking about my mama used to be a fight.
Fighting words.
Don't talk about nobody mama.
I get it.
Don't talk about nobody kids.
That's off limits.
Off limits. Everything else, free game. Free game. Mamas, death, kids. People, wives, husbands. Probably add that in there too. Everything else is. But I think we need to stop being so sensitive. Just like everybody's depressed. Everybody's so like, I think we do too much of making being yes people. Mm-hmm. And we have to, like, I was told no a lot as a kid, but it built character. Facts. So now no don't bother me. I'm like, you told me no this time, but I'm gonna just figure it out because next time it's gonna be a yes. Now you tell a person no and they don't know what to do with that. They're like, well, what am I supposed to do? Now they feel like they're a failure, or no, it just means not right now.
Facts.
You know what I mean? So we need to like do a better job of like, especially like our kids, like suicide, like we not pouring into people properly, into our children, loved ones. Like people committing suicide over just because I'm sad, or I'm just like, we all come from something. Like I just feel that's crazy. Like we're not strong enough. Like we being told, we're being fed a false reality of life. And so now when you get into the world is not gonna just pull you in like that, and we're gonna love on you, and the world don't care about you. So like how I'm raising my kids now, they know like nobody gonna love you like your mama. I do this because I gave birth to you, but when you go out there, they're not gonna care. Some people gonna tell you no, people gonna tell you not good enough, people gonna tell you whatever, and they have to know how to navigate those waters. You can't just be like, oh, they told me this, so now I can't. Now you just don't know how to operate in life. Like, nah, you have to understand that you're not gonna be everybody's cup of tea.
Right.
You know what I mean? But don't give up. You know what I mean? So I think we just need to maybe stop being so soft as a whole.
We need to man up as a nation.
Man up. And it's okay. Like, all right, you did that piece of artwork and it didn't hit like you thought it was. Go back and do it again.
Do something
else. What they used to say, every piece, every time your kid brings something home, they don't all make the refrigerator.
No.
Some of them
I'm one of them parents. I tell them, like, look,
like this ain't it.
I can't identify this.
Like, what is this? You said this is a cat and a dog.
I don't
and
see
this our family.
Right.
That don't look like no. Go back and try that again.
We throwing it away.
It's cool. That's going to folder. It don't make good work. Make it to the fridge.
Oh, see how terrible I am. I said I'm throwing it away.
Maybe I put it in the folder.
Right. Fuck that.
You put yours in the garbage.
Throw it away.
But it builds character though.
That's true.
Because our parents didn't lie to us. They would tell us that ain't it. Now we just, oh, it's okay. And we pacifying people and it's okay. That's not okay, because when they go into the world is not going to have that type of care for them. And now your child don't even know how to navigate. Now they're depressed. Now they're on medication.
Exactly.
Now they feel like they're a failure. Now they're committed suicide. Now all of these things because you didn't shape them right. You gave them a Disney version of life. Life ain't Disney.
No, it ain't.
My kids know. Like, I'm real with my kids. I'm like, I tell you what you need to hear because I know what the world gonna say. And this is the PG version. They gonna give it to you a lot worse. Like,
that's real.
For real.
That is real.
Yeah.
How can we find you on social media or anything like that?
Y'all can find me on Instagram.
Because some single people might watch this and they gonna listen and they gonna be like, you know what? She been talking pretty good. I want to hit her up.
Don't be in my DMs.
Where
for
can
real.
they hit you? See, that's the wrong mindset.
If you for real, serious inquiries.
Right. If you for serious inquiries
only. But no, my Instagram is brown skin gal 4.
Okay.
That's my Instagram name. But yeah, you can find me on Instagram. Brown skin gal 4.
That is good.
Yep.
And I think you did good for this to be your first time.
It is. Thank you for having me.
Thank you
I
for
hope
coming
I
by.
gave y'all what y'all needed.
You did.
And you
did a great job.
It's been a pleasure.
Thanks again for tuning in to the Trent the Truth Show. Please make sure you like and subscribe to our podcast and YouTube channel. Follow us on social media, Trent the Truth. And if you have any questions, comments, concerns, or if you want to be a guest, email me at TrentTheTruthShow@gmail.com. Again, that's TrentTheTruthShow@gmail.com. Thanks again. Tell your friends. Watch it together.